crazy. This morning, I was thinking about my shopping list, and everything on it was at my door when I got home from work. No, not crazy. I ordered Amazon Prime same-day delivery. Yeah, really shouldn't do things before coffee. Look, I got coffee. Yay me! You can do anything in Athleta, or nothing. Athleta, the power of she. The new Samsung Galaxy is here, built for speed and reliability, entertainment power, and premium design. The new Galaxy series is performance and style uninterrupted. Join the next generation with Spectrum Mobile and get $700 off plus the value of your trade-in. In-store or at spectrum.com. Your ship, your crew, your journey. The fate of Voyager is in your hands. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown on PlayStation 5. Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I wanted to make sure we just push back to four because thing is, I really wanted to take a nap right quick.
Very cool.
I
I
just
understand totally.
I just need an hour. That's all I needed.
Well, good. I'm glad you got that in.
Thank you, because I was like, I would be so out of it and I'd be trying to rush so I can rest. Thing is, I have to take my parents to the airport in the morning because they're going out of the country for a bit.
Oh, hopefully for good reasons?
Oh,
Or
well,
no?
yeah, for good reasons. Yeah, it ain't
Okay.
bad.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's on it's there they have a business trip, so they're going to
Okay, cool.
Canada.
Oh, nice. Okay, neato. Okay, cool.
So
You
and
never know when people go to the country, it's like someone died somewhere. You know what I mean? Or,
oh
ugh,
no
ugh.
no,
Yeah.
if it was, then I will be breaking the bad news. And then of course you saw my post. I'll be in North Carolina this week.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, GalaxyCon. So I got a proof for media pass.
So you're looking forward to that, I bet. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I've been writing down questions. I just finished half of the questions yesterday. Now I'm about to do the other half because there's so many people I want to meet, because Justin Brunner and Clifford Chapman are going to be there, or Chris Sappett. I almost interviewed Lucy Christian as you saw in one of my posts,
Yeah.
but she had to catch her flight home back in
Oh.
Florida. So I was like, I understood. So I said, you know what? But here's the thing, she's going to be in Raleigh too. So I was like, okay, second chance. Let's not waste it.
Perfect. Yes. Oh my goodness. Crossing my fingers for you.
Yeah, so I think the rest of the day I'm also going to be, I'm also going to Twitch stream after this because I'm trying to do another part of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a video game, so
Cool.
I can't wait to do that because I'm trying to get in at least a few more games in before I go out of town because I just finished the third Gears of War game, and I was like, you know
Oh,
what, I won't
cool.
start the next one until after I come back from North Carolina. In the meantime, let's just continue playing the games I've started so far.
Yeah,
So
that's a good idea.
listen, I don't want to start a new series and then I take a long break. So
I totally
let's
get that.
let's wait until I come back. But yes, I'm excited. I think there's a lot of people going to be at Galaxy Gun. I just need to make sure I know exactly which people I want to see. Of course, it's going to be the My Hero people. So I
Of
just want to make sure I
course.
have my questions ready to go. Because, time is limited and I don't know how long, how much time I'll have when I start to interview. And probably like maybe 15 minutes at best. I don't know how it works. So this is my first time
Hmm.
doing it.
Well, you'll have to let me know all about it. I'm so excited for you.
Thanks. Well, if the small talk is over, I guess we can go ahead and get this thing underway. So,
Sure.
greetings, everybody. So, this is Phil. I'm host of the Conversation Podcast. I have a special guest with me here today. Introduce yourself. Who's Rebecca Olivia Hodges I'm speaking to this Sunday afternoon?
Hi, yes, hello everybody. I am Rebecca Olivia Hodges. I'm a voice actress from sunny South Florida.
There seems to be a lot of you guys in Florida these days because I just ran into Mana T. Johnson back in Florida. She's very sweet. And I didn't know that was her when I was talking to. But then I realized, as she was at the convention, I was at Bold Matsuri. I didn't know that was her I was speaking to.
Isn't that incredible? I mean, we just look like normal people. I mean, come on. That's just
I,
you know.
no, and I was freaking out for this. I was like, that was you?
That's so
She's
cool. I didn't know she lived in Florida either. That's cool.
Yeah, she lives in Florida, so she's been there for quite a while. So I was like, man, I wish I could have gotten a picture with you and whatnot, but she'll be at Raleigh
Oh.
too, so I'll be able to catch her again.
Oh, neat. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this
See,
is like
I'm
a
just
great.
I'm just catching a lot of people this summer. I didn't expect that. I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do anything special this summer, but never say never, because look where I'm going places now, Florida, North Carolina. So
Exactly. Never say never. Exactly.
you'd be surprised. Now, before we get into the main thing, let's start with a little bit of an icebreaker. Now you said now you're a Florida-based voice actress, if I got this correctly, right? Have you ever
Yes.
traveled to any other places like Texas or Los Angeles or California?
I've traveled there, but not for work.
Not for work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got you. And then other thing is there like a place that you really want to go to out of the country? Any amazing places you want to go check out?
Just go check out. Well, I mean, it's I want to see Hawaii. You know, I've been to Japan, and that was incredible. But Hawaii's on my list.
I'm trying to get there, but looks like that's not happening for my birthday in 2 months.
It'll you got to go for at least 2 weeks. So save up, go, plan it out. You have to go for at least 2 weeks. Like seriously.
That had to be my to-do list for January 2027.
Yes, yes. Start the plan by then at
Why
least.
is everybody going to Japan before me? I just want to go.
I don't know. I went back in 2019, so mine was like a millennia ago compared to now. Yeah,
Uh,
it was a long time ago.
so you want to check out Hawaii? Yeah, Hawaii is kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a beachy girl, but I love the whole, islands, the outdoors, the sun, the whole tropical I'm not a cold person. I don't do the cold, clearly. I live in Florida. So, going somewhere like Alaska would probably be not cool for me. I mean, it'd be cool, but not cool. Haha.
I understand. I understand. Well, sure. I hope you go check out. I do want to go to Japan. I want to check out Vietnam, Singapore.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
definitely want to check out Barcelona.
That would be nice. I would definitely love the food over there. That would be lovely.
And the food was great. Last time I went out of the country was last year. We actually went to Mexico.
Ooh, cool. That's
hmm
neat. I've never been there.
Cancun, Mexico.
Oh, that's like the touristy kind of spot, though, right?
Yeah.
Cancun. Yeah,
hmm
that's cool though.
You should go check it out. They got some good
I
places and
will.
some good restaurants.
I'll put it on my list. I will.
hmm So amazing stuff. And trust me, it's hot out there. So make sure you wear shorts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wear,
No,
sh
exactly. I got you.
yeah, wear some shorts. It's going to be blistering hot out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, well, now that the ice is broken, let's go ahead and get into the main event. So I think you saw the questions last night that I sent you. Sorry it took me a late. Listen, I've been scrambling trying to pack my bags for the airport this week. So
Hey,
I
no
almost forgot
worries.
about it. So there's 20 questions, and I also to make this go smoother as I've done with the previous stuff, we're gonna divide these, we're gonna put them into two parts, okay? In
Sure.
two parts. So let's go ahead. Let's start with section one, getting to know Rebecca, which is you.
That's me.
So now, before voice acting became your career, what sparked your love for performing and storytelling?
So I really have to give it up to my mom. My mother was a theater performer.
hmm
She kind of did that she did that in college, and then she did it on the side as a hobby. So I had an introduction to theater and the art, and I caught the acting bug early, around age 5. But I wasn't a theater kid per se. I did enjoy doing drama and whatnot, but I was not a true theater kid. I was a chorus nerd. But I did enjoy performing, and I would write my own short stories so I could act them out with my friends and my family. And either I would be the director and the camera person and an actress, and or make other people be a part of it. But I would say that's what sparked it. My love for performance and storytelling would be through my mom when I was younger.
You know what? I could see her doing that to you.
Yeah,
She must love the storytelling as much as you do now, because I think, parents they want to make sure you follow your dreams as well. But I guess sometimes, and it's, like mother, like daughter.
exactly. Yeah, I feel like I took most after her compared to my two sisters. I have younger sisters. But yeah, I caught the creative bug from her side and just ran with it.
And look what you're doing now, and I like that you're telling my stories because you also did some audiobooks as well, right?
I did one audiobook, and
Just
it was a
one.
very
Okay.
short story. Yeah, it was for like a dog shelter, like an animal shelter. It was all about animals. Someone came to me and asked me to narrate the stories for the shelters. So that was it. That's the only thing I've done so far.
It still counts though.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you plan to do any more audiobooks?
It's not my preferred genre, but I'm not going to say no. Maybe if the right one comes along.
Okay, so it'll come when the time is right.
Yeah, yeah, when the right thing comes along, yeah. Because I mean, there's some people like that's their bread and butter. They love audiobooks day and night. That's what they want to do, and it's a big deal. It's a big thing to go and do that. So kudos
Yeah.
to you that do those audiobooks. Seriously, mad kudos to you.
Yeah, I have listened to a few audiobooks and I like all the narration that you guys do. So it's really nice to just listen. Sometimes I listen when I'm like working on a few things. So it's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So so I want to ask, is purple your favorite color? Because I see the lights in the background.
Well, you have a good guess going on. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes.
I just had to ask because I was like, her favorite color must be violet or purple if she's got those purple lights.
Can you imagine if I said no? And I was like, no, that's not my favorite color. No, I was just kidding.
Okay. Well, you know, blue's my favorite color, as you can see right
I
here.
can tell. Yeah, and I love all the Sonic stuff around you. Super cool.
I still need to get a poster for that. Listen, as soon as I come out from GalaxyCon, I'm getting a poster for that thing.
Awesome.
So I just haven't had enough money to save because I've been going to different places, been spending money on a lot of equipment. Just got some new microphones to test out when I head to North Carolina this
Ooh.
week. So they're the DJI Mic 3s. I've been trying to stick to more smaller products because those big
Yeah.
ones are kind of like, I think
Yeah,
my
I've heard good
style.
things about that.
Yeah, I think my style is just to have tiny equipment that I can use and I can carry without having to deal with so many cables. Stuff that I can just clip to my phone and boom,
Yeah.
we're good to go.
On the go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes
Exactly.
sense.
I got the Rode mini mics and I got the
Hmm.
DJI Mic 3. I'm keeping the Rode Wireless Pro though, because I think I need to keep those to be like more professional as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I still have like the DJI Mic 2s, but I was like, they don't fit into my phone case because it's an otter box. And I was like,
Oh.
well, do I really need to? Because I was like, do I really need to keep the DJI Mic 2s? Because those are like for like the like old stuff. So, but the Mic 3s are working better. I was like, why did I get these before? Why did I resist so long?
It's
But
always good to have the other ones as a backup, so that'll be good.
yeah, exactly. I guess I might as well keep them. I was planning on giving them to someone else, but I guess I can keep them for now.
Either
But
way,
yeah,
yeah.
but going back to you, but yeah, you got, if your parents have that sort of same in blood in them to do stories, then you have the same thing too.
You would think at least, yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I did a lot of drawing and like comic book stuff. I mean, clearly I'm not a comic book artist, but that's what I thought I was gonna do a long time ago. And she's like, I don't know where you got that from. I can't draw. So,
Do you still draw in your off time or not really?
just sketch, just for fun. I'm no good. There's so many incredible people out there. I found my creative, outlet, but I like to doodle. Why not? You know?
Whatever type of art, it's still art, okay?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So, next up, now, if I got this correctly, you made the transition from working in IT, if I got this correct, to becoming a professional voice actor. Now, what gave you the confidence to take that leap?
So, for transparency, I'm still working my full time IT job, and I'm hoping to make the transition full time into voice acting one day. But what gave me the confidence to take the leap away from a stable career into going into something that's not necessarily stable? And my cat is sitting on my keyboard. One second, please. Hang on one second.
You're good.
Morty, dude, off my keyboard, my guy. Let me show you the perpetrator just so you can see my perpetrator. Here he is. Perfect.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
his name?
His name is Morty.
Oh,
Like
more like Rick
like
and Morty.
Morty. Rick and Morty. Yeah, exactly.
Oh
That's him.
man.
That's exactly who he's named after. I call him Mortimer. Well, he decided to sit on my keyboard. So I was seeing everything on my screen just start to move. I'm like, so
Good
so
thing you
what
caught
gave me
him.
the yeah, yeah, he wanted to make an appearance. That's really what it was. So what gave me that confidence to take the leap from a stable career, because voice acting certainly is not stable. It's you're hired and fired with every job. It's
Hmm.
the you never know until you try. That's what gave me the confidence to step into a different industry and take on all these challenges associated with it. Is because I wanted to do it. I, I really wanted to be a part of this. I felt like I could do it. I could see myself doing it. And I was getting from, and everyone hears that, you've got a good voice, you should do voice acting. And it was you'll never know until you try. Might as well give it a go. You wanted to do it when you were younger. Try it now. Let's see. At least you could say you tried, right? And so that's really what it is, right? No, the never say never thing that you mentioned earlier. Never say never. Because you never know.
Exactly. And I will also say this, and I've been saying this to a lot of you VAs for a while. Like, hold on. Yeah. So, like I was saying, sometimes, voice acting isn't all that you guys do. You guys have other careers besides as voice acting as well. Because, you know, say, for example, like you said, sometimes we get rejected for roles that we want to play. I'll say, oh, but we got this guy and all that stuff. Pretty much, you have to know when to put your pride aside and go find something else to do. Because it. Trust me, there's a lot of you guys out there now. Like, shoot, we're in 2026. There wasn't a lot of y'all back then, but now it's starting to become a huge mainstream thing. Sometimes we have to be like, okay, well, we've done this part. Like, what else can we do in the meantime until something else comes up? Pretty much like when a show ends and it's like, oh, well, I don't know what's going to happen till we get to the next show or whatnot. Because you're busy doing auditions every single day. It's a never-ending process.
That's correct. Yes. 100%. Every single day. That is the job. Auditioning is the job.
Yeah. And here's the some of you guys out there in Texas and California, you guys have like you guys wear many hats. Sometimes you guys do a voice acting and then y'all write scripts. You guys are directors. Shoot, like, people like Caitlin Glass and Sean Gann, they're directors. They've been doing this for a while, by the way. I am trying to catch up with Caitlin Glass one of these days, but they canceled the convention in my hometown for her to come.
Oh,
So I don't know why they did that. They pushed it back. So it's going crazy, but it's kind of hard to reach Caitlin these days. But yes, directors, script writers, if you guys are busy, I'm voice acting directing as well. It's pretty much the same thing as that. So yeah, y'all got like different because I know I don't know if I read all about your bio. I know you're a voice actor, but do you also like write scripts? Are you a script writer too, or not really?
not really. I mean, I'd like to take my hand at it. I would love to do script adaptation. I think that would be really cool. But I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet.
Okay, so you haven't gotten to that point as well.
Not yet.
No,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so it's a work in progress kind of thing. But as I was saying, all that stuff you see, like I said, each and every one you got other things to do. Like some of y'all are singers, audio engineers, pretty much you guys sing songs for shows. The list keeps going on. I will say that, but at least y'all have other things to do besides just the VAs. I'm not saying don't stop doing the VAs. You're doing a great job. But I'm just saying, like, just in case if something doesn't come up, we got to find something else to do.
Yeah, you always have to have that available. I know someone right now that just picked up doing Uber Eats and Door Dashing for extra money on the side. They make good money doing voice acting, but they need more money, for cost of living. So
Mhm.
it's always a hustle. It's always a grind. You're always just always keep your keep everything open. Keep all your opportunities open to you. Don't close any doors, if you will.
Any
To a point.
chance,
To a point.
yeah, any chance, any chance, oh, excuse me, any day, every day with a chance to work, as long as you have a chance to work, that's great. That's good enough for me.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
So don't take it. Don't waste that opportunity. Don't take
Right.
as a matter of fact, don't take it for granted. Just
Exactly. Yep. Don't take your life for granted. Yeah, there's some people out there. Yeah, that's what I try to remember every day. I get to do this. It's not, oh, I don't know, I have to go do this. No, 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 I get to go do this. I get to get out of bed and do these things. Some people
exactly.
don't get that opportunity. Hmm.
Hmm. So we just gotta, just and remember, you're out here having fun still.
Yes. Oh,
What's the
yeah.
old saying? What's the old saying? What's the old saying? Choose a job that you love if you never have to work a single day in your life.
Right. Exactly. Seriously.
And so,
Seriously.
oh, my camera's getting blurry. Hold on. Ah, that's better. All right. All right, let's go to the next question. Now, looking back now, what was the biggest lesson you learned during that career transition?
Okay. So, as I mentioned, that I'm still working full time, but what I realized is you are essentially on your own. Yes, you have the community and you have people around you, but there is no HR, there's no accountant if you need help. You are HR, you are accounting. You need to learn how to run a business, full stop. So that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that I've always worked for other people and under other people. You know, whether it's a corporate job or retail job, I've always worked under, management or a structure, and had others around me that I could go to for things. But as an entrepreneur, as a voice actor, you are everything. As you mentioned, we put on all our hats. We are the engineers, the directors, we're accounts payable, we're everything. We're the marketing people. So you do need to have a full, good overview and understanding of how a business is run because that's what this is. And yes, you do have people you can go to, but you are essentially on your own. You can't just be like,
Mm,
oh, I guess I got to go talk to Joe in accounting, like he can fix this up for me. There, you are Joe in accounting.
yes.
So yes, that's it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So you are you are a sum of all of your experiences, and all of my experiences in life have led me to where I could do this now. So yeah, just got to learn how to run a business. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in this career transition.
Yeah. Then you just gotta make sure you're disciplined enough too. Like, shoot, I'm trying to be more disciplined now as I'm look, I'm 25, I'm about to be 26. So I'm about to head into like bigger responsibilities kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
So it's you just gotta make sure you discipline yourself and know what you're doing. Like, shoot, like hey, my mom is giving me more opportunities to work at her business. She's trying to make me do like early in the morning at 10 a.m. in the morning, which is something I'm still not used to. I'm still working on waking up early in the mornings. Because every time when you wake up in the mornings, you have those 9 to 5 jobs. And it's a lot.
Oh yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have to like be like, okay, shoot, I'm gonna go to bed early tonight so I can wake up in the morning and get to work, kind of thing. Same thing with y'all. With y'all,
Exactly.
when
Oh
y'all got
yeah.
stuff to do in the morning, when y'all get up in the morning, y'all gotta start voice acting. Like shoot, I talked to Ryan Bartley back in May
Mm-hmm.
of this year for season two. You know, she was saying like we as voice actors, we have to discipline ourselves and get like our sessions done before the next due date so everybody be ready to enjoy the show when it's time to watch it.
It's true. Yes, and exactly with the discipline, the same thing in mind is that if we go to, let's just say we're going to go out for the night and we're going to go to a concert, we can't be yelling. We got to keep our voice, so you kind of want to yell into someone's ear. So, we got to, if you're going out to a club or a restaurant, you're going to a party and you're being loud, you got to protect your voice. You really got to think about the environments that you're in. Like you said, getting to bed early and on time for your sessions, getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, not smoking or being around a smoky room, stuff like that. So you really have to be aware of all of that because this is your moneymaker, your instrument, your tool. This is what your job is right here. So your whole body, technically, it's your whole body, but you have to be disciplined with that. So you got to look, I
Mhm.
guess, sorry, buddy, I can't go out at midnight and have a few drinks and kick some back. I got a session tomorrow and I can't be dragging for it. I need to be completely, fully aware and cognizant. So got to head in early for the night. So sometimes you're the lame friend, but it's the
I
cost of doing
know.
business.
Hey, that's sometimes you gotta make those sacrifices. And listen, my grandma once told me, there's stuff in life that we don't want to do, but we have to do it.
That's right. She's right.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. So yeah, discipline, knowing when it's time to, relax and get yourself ready for the next day. That's an important factor.
Yes,
So
absolutely. Yep. Just understand that this is a business. That's really the big thing.
it exactly. Last question, then we'll be in section two, okay? Now, if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice before starting this journey, what would it be?
So it would be that your journey will never be like someone else's. That this is going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Keep learning. Climb over those hurdles that you come across and enjoy the adventure that you're on. Not everything in adventure is going to be all rainbows and sunshine. There is going to be those dark periods, but there will be that light.
Mhm.
Just you have to keep pushing forward. And my journey is not going to be the same as Caitlin Glass's, the same as Steve Bloom's. Like we're all completely different. There's no copy and paste for this. There's no pipeline to go to school to be a voice actor here in America. So just it's not going to look like so and so's. You are your own person, your own journey.
Mm,
Just take your time and enjoy it.
yes, that in comparison is the thief of joy.
Absolutely. Exactly. Yep.
See,
Exactly.
listen, I've been seeing so many people, especially a lot of influencers online, who be doing all kinds of stuff. Like, shoot, Alex Lee is now at 500K followers on Instagram. And,
Mm-hmm. Saw that.
at the end of the day, he's still a person at the end of the day.
Yeah, I
It
know,
doesn't,
right? Yeah.
yeah, like some people just get jealous of him and all this stuff. Listen, I know, listen, sometimes I get jealous too when I see you guys, but am I going to be jealous at y'all or am I going to do what I have to do to be successful? I can't be worried about anyone else's success. I got to be worried about my successes.
Yes, 100%. And I'm with you. I'm not, immune from that, if you will. I look at some people's stuff and I'm like, man, I wish that was me. But I am genuinely excited for the everyone else. You just sometimes, of course, you'd like the opportunity as well.
Mm,
But yeah, exactly like you said, you're like, I want that for myself too. So I'm gonna push myself to get to a point to where I can have those opportunities and have those things. Like Alex Lee did. He pushed really, really hard to be where he is to get the opportunities that he has. So
yeah. And I will tell
I
you
totally get
this.
it.
Oh yeah, and I will tell you this, in this story when people were attacking him, saying, he just do this because he likes being famous or whatnot, but that's not the case. He was saying, I wish, back in 2018, he was cut off from his parents. He was actually struggling. Like, what was he, 2018? Yeah, he struggled 8 years ago. He was trying to figure out his way through California. So he had to do like a lot of auditioning jobs and everything to get to where he is today. So it wasn't easy, like he only had $2,000 in his pocket, which wasn't a lot of
Wow.
money.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Hmm.
No. I didn't know that about him. Honestly, I feel like I only know like a baseline of who he is as a person and his story, so I'm going to have to look more into him because that's fascinating. No, I mean not saying I'm glad he struggled. It's interesting to know that he came to do this job with a dream and he worked so hard to get to where he is. It's
Hmm.
inspiring. Is really what it sounds. It sounds like an inspiring story I want to learn about.
Yeah, he made a post like 3 months ago when people were just attacking him and whatnot. It's just I understand and why, but end of the day, he's still a person. Like sometimes
Yeah.
these people in comment sections, they treat y'all like y'all in a circus, and it's like y'all. They at the end of the day, they're just trying to live just like us.
Yeah, we're all just human beings. I mean, seriously, we all go to the bathroom the same way for the most part. That's what I try to think about it. I can think about a celebrity and think about them going to the bathroom. Like, they don't seem so high and mighty anymore, right? Unless you're into that. But, so, yeah, I agree. I agree
Mhm.
with you 100%.
And shoot, guess what? Like I said before, I want to understand each of y'all's backgrounds. I don't care or what you guys are or what you do. I just want to talk. I don't care
Yeah,
about
I
that
think
other.
that's super cool, by
I
the
don't
way, that you're
care.
doing this. It's neat.
Thanks. I just like I said, I don't care about that stuff. We just want to talk, have a one-on-one discussion.
Could I
So,
spin this around on you really quick and ask, is that what you would like to do? You want to interview people and learn about them and share their stories with the world. So that's what you want to do. Is that right?
hmm
That's so cool. I think
hmm
that's so cool. You are a storyteller. You know that, right?
I never thought that far ahead. I'm just doing
You
it because I
are.
like doing it.
That's cool. You're a people person. You are a storyteller. You're telling the stories of people's lives. I would have never. You reached out to me. It's so cool to have this opportunity to speak. I mean, I get to talk about myself. It's a little weird because I'm like, oh, I have to talk about me. I mean, I don't want to seem conceited. When I talk, so I'm like, yeah, let's talk about me. Let's talk about you. So
Yeah.
I think that's so cool that you do that. That is amazing because you can't be like shy when you interview these people. You gotta you gotta have that kind of confidence and gusto to be able to talk to people. I mean, I'd probably be sweating through my shirt all the time. So
Well, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and try to talk to more people these days, even though it's online and everything, but it still counts. Because
yeah,
I've been like, listen, I've been like cooped up in this house for a while now. My parents are telling me I need to get back out there and meet new people. Because lately, back in college when things weren't working out, I just kind of cut myself off from the rest of the world for a couple of years. But I'm trying to get back out there.
well, we're glad you're out here. Thanks for reaching out to us.
Like I said, I'm trying to interview anybody I come across.
That's
As
awesome.
anybody I see. Like if I see someone, yeah, let's try to bring her on board. Like shoot, like I see so many of you guys performing, doing a lot of projects, and I was like, okay, we need to talk. We need to talk. I've been trying to. I got so many emails that I have to send out these next few days because I was like, well, they got another email to send out. Got to make it happen. I'm just out here doing my thing.
You are. I know you're hustling. You're doing your thing, and I see you. I see you. You're shining bright.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Rebecca. That
You're
means a lot.
welcome. Of
So,
course.
let's go on to section two, okay? Let's continue the
Yeah.
storytelling. The craft of voice acting. Now, every actor
Mm.
has their own process. Now, how do you prepare yourself when you're handed a brand new character?
So, of course, I hope that I have ample materials, but I take the time to look over all the materials that are given to me, character breakdowns, the bio, the background, illustrations. If there's an illustration, a picture of the character, oh my gosh. You can glean so much from just the illustration alone, how they stand, what they're wearing, how their teeth might be, their smiles, or, do they wear glasses, how, any of those little things you can pull from a character from just looking at a picture of them. Um, so that's kind of where I start. Is I completely go through everything from A to Z and then back from Z to A on that character from all the materials I'm given to me. Um, yeah, that's kind of how I prepare myself with it. I mean, I'll read through everything before I get behind the mic. I might do a couple of test recordings for myself, and then once I get through to the end of recording things, I'll go back to the beginning and start recording again because I've already had the character's voice at that point, and so picking it back up from there. But yeah, just kind of deep diving and melting myself into those materials that are given to me.
There you go. Yeah, I will say this, because I know, because like, and I like that you're doing, you're researching what the character is before y'all start doing stuff like that. Because one thing I will say with this, companies like, Crunchyroll and all that stuff, sometimes y'all have deadlines and sometimes there isn't a lot of time to research the character. Sometimes you might have to, just adapt and just learn it on the fly. It's like, well, looks like we're strapped for time, so we're just going to have to wing it. So it's
Exactly. You will get cold reads, so you do have to be aware of that. They just give you something. They're like, "This is the character. This is what they're going through," and go. So
Mhm.
sometimes you do get that. So it's great if you get the materials ahead of time. But you are right. You got to have good cold reading skills.
Exactly. Read. Well, shoot, I've been trying to read more information these days. I do research on things too. Sometimes I like to do stuff like, oh, well, this happened, or say like, oh, hey, I got this here. Let's see if I can study it a little bit if I got enough time. Sometimes you just have to be like, okay, well, shoot, deadline's tomorrow. Let's see what I can do in 2 hours. If I can learn as much
Yeah,
in 2 hours.
exactly. Yep. Yep.
So
Do what you can. Do as much research as you can with what you have.
don't forget, reading is fundamental. It's fundamental.
Exactly. It is fundamental. Actually, I just
You
got
know.
my birthday's coming up this week, so I just got a couple of books for my birthday that my family just gave to me, so it's kind of fun.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, I wish I could have gotten you a present.
You did. This
Well,
is a present.
okay, this counts. This counts.
This does. This does. Yes.
Okay,
Woohoo.
just making sure. So, all right. But yeah, do research, reading everything. That's what's gonna help.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, knowledge is power.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Oh
So,
yes.
next up, okay, now you've trained with several respected voice acting coaches, correct?
Yes.
Now, what are some lessons from that training that still influence your performances today?
So, it's difficult. I was trying to think through that when I read that question because there's so many things that once you start doing them, they become ingrained. So I was trying to think of a few off the top of my head, and one of them is using lead-in lines to help bring me into the scene. Um, so if there's a question that says, if there's something that says, give, I need you to give me two different takes, I can give myself a lead in line being like, hey, you, I need you to give me two different takes. To give
Hmm.
myself that lead in of that feeling, like, hey, this character's yelling, so I'll give myself the hey and then leave myself into the line, or oh man, I can't believe it. Give me two different takes. I'll give myself that lead in line. I can cut it out when I'm editing, but I give myself that lead in
Right.
to jump into it. So that really helps. I like that. Reading through the script out loud in its entirety, just to read, not act. It helps you wrap your mouth around the words and the sentence structures. Because sometimes you'll look at a script and you'll read it in your head, but then when you read it out loud, your mouth starts to kind of jumble over some of the words because that's just how human mouths work sometimes. Um, so that's really what helps a lot, is to read it out loud and get your mouth to wrap around it. And then you're like, okay. And then you can start putting in that acting, if you will. And that acting is physical. You need to be a part of what you're saying, essentially. As you can see, I'm kind of like using
Hmm.
my hands and stuff like that.
Exactly.
You have to be a part of it. That's what really helped influence a lot of my performances, is realizing that yes, you can stay on mic, have good mic technique, but you need to bring yourself physically into it. I can make myself feel smaller. I'll hold, if I'm about to cry, or if I hold myself tighter. I'll it just, you make it, it's all physical. So there is a lot to it that will help you bring yourself into, like, if you're yelling, use your hands, and you do these moments, because just standing there like that, yeah, you'll get the performance, but when you're physically into it, you feel it more. So yes, acting is
I
physical.
yes. Listen. When you're voice acting, you're part of the action too.
You are,
So
exactly, but
you
some
got
people
to
don't
be.
think that, you know?
Sometimes when I be like, okay, listen, I do be quoting stuff from the video games I be playing and everything, and this is kind of hilarious because I be doing those hand things as well, but not live on the screen. I'll tell you a few things. When I was playing the Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy game, Rocket cracks me up every time we get into a situation, and so I'm trying to contain my laughter. So when they released that black gunk in the first part of Guardians of the Galaxy in the quarantine zone, he was Star was saying, so that thing released. What thing? I didn't see a thing. Definitely don't want to talk about no thing. they're trying to they were trying to downplay the threat. But I was like, Rocket, it's gonna come back and get you later.
Yeah, exactly, right.
There's another part. There's another part. There's another part in the game where we just got. I'm actually about to do the next part called Dragon's Intervention. The last one I did was called The Church's Matriarch. So he was like, "All right, I'll tell him. All right, listen up, slut breath. Tell me what you see over there. There's two connections, one blue and yellow, and one big green. Touch the green thing." Ink. Ink. He said, "Don't touch the green thing." Ink. Hey, geez, not a good time. I'm gonna start yelling, dude. Dude, okay, okay. Now, plug it to either connection. All we need is a jump start. To either one. It's not brain surgery. Just pick one.
Oh no. And this is in the games, right? The games.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Sorry I yelled it to the mic, but that one was hilarious where he said, don't touch the green thing.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Because if they touch the green thing, they're going to get shot into space because it's going to open the airlock.
Well, we don't want that. No. Game over at that point.
Yeah. So, it's sad. But what if something terribly happens? Then hopefully it only happens to you. Not super inspiring, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Thanks, bud. Yeah.
And so he was like, "All right, here goes." Oh, oh crap! Uh, the ship rumbling messed up with Star Lord's trying to insert, and it hit the green thing. And that's when he said, "You touched the green thing, didn't you?"
Oops. Oops.
But don't worry, Star Lord was able to use his helmet guns to power up the thing again, and they shut the airlock before they got blasted out into space.
Oh, good. Okay. Woohoo.
And that's when
Go
it's
Star
like,
Lord.
oh. He's like, "Yeah, one job, Quill."
One job.
But don't worry, they got the gravity back.
Hey, there you go. Hey, you need that.
Yeah, my full video is actually on YouTube. You want to go check it out? It's kind of
I'll have to.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but yes, all that those listen, all that funny stuff in the listen. Same thing was happening in the TV shows, video games, and movies. You got to be in the booth doing all these funny things,
Yep. Yep.
physical things. I mean.
Exactly. Yep. I know. I saw something recently where there was people, newer folks, younger folks trying to get in the industry, and they don't want to look quote unquote cringe, so they're not physically acting in the booth, so they're not able to get their performances out on mic. Because the mic can tell, the microphone. So
Oh,
that's what I'm seeing is that, there's people who don't want to be cringe. And it's like, go back and look at all those old Disney animated series or Disney animated movies, and you see them in the booth. They are going crazy. They're ripping their hair out. They're all over the place. That's what you need to do. It's totally not cringe. That's the job, man.
just make
And I
sure
mean,
you don't. Just make sure you don't hit your microphone while you move your hands.
yeah,
Okay,
just don't. Yeah, don't hit the microphone. Yeah, don't hit the microphone.
that'll be a fatal mistake.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go. Oh, next up. Now, let's see. Oh, this is going to be a two-part question, okay? Now,
Okay.
how do you balance bringing your own creativity to a role while still honoring the vision of the director? And part two, what's one misconception people have about voice acting that you'd love to clear up?
Okay. So when bringing my own creativity to a role while trying to still honor what the director envisioned or the writer had envisioned originally is I'm essentially a service provider. So I'm going to honor what the writer or the director originally envisioned for my first or my second take. But I'm going to allow myself to take small creative liberties for a third take based on what I know about the characters and the scene. If allowed. If they want another take or if I'm self-directing myself, I want to give them what they want, and then I want to give them something with a little zhuzh on it, a little bit of my own there. Um, so that still allows me to bring my own creative edge to it while still honoring what they want. Because I'm like I said, I'm a service provider. This is you want me to read it that way, I'm going to read it that way. But if you give me the opportunity, let me show you how it could also be done. Maybe this way. I think it might sound good this way. You might not in the end. That's cool. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. But there's that. I mean, sometimes it's just adding a little something to a character. They might have like an affectation. It really just depends on how much creative liberty that you're given, how much levy that you're allowed to be given for whatever you're working on. And
Mm,
okay, a common misconception or a misconception people have about voice acting, and I mentioned this before, so I guess like I have two answers to this, but that this is a business first and foremost. People just
mm-hmm.
think that this is fun. You just get on a microphone and you sit there and you talk, and now I'm going to be in an anime. Like woohoo, I'm going to go to Hollywood and I'm going to be in Netflix, movies and stuff, whatever. No, you need to come into this industry understanding that from the get go that this is a
Business.
business. Come in with that mindset as a professional. Don't go in and start commenting gross stuff under people's stuff or being nasty and you know what I mean? Like, come in as a professional because your social presence online is huge. It's a huge thing for
Yes.
who you are. Everyone's looking for you, and Disney's not going to hire you if they see you sticking your middle finger up in pictures and commenting gross stuff. They're going to be like, well, no, we can't have that. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful what kind of image that you're portraying to the industry. And the second
Mm,
misconception about voice acting I want to clear up because I've heard this from so many people is people think that anime is like pays really well, and it doesn't. It's one of the lowest paying jobs that you can get in voice acting. And
right.
people were like, "What do you mean? Those voice actors are so big. They're at conventions." That's where they can get the money from is signing autographs and stuff like that. It's all about being a part of the story and the characters. If you really love anime and you want to be part of anime and voice acting, that's awesome. And you'll have to be in Texas most likely for that or LA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the big misconceptions. People are like, I'm just going to go be an anime voice actor and that's it. An agent's going to want you to have a commercial demo, so you need to know voice acting.
Is
Yeah, you
exactly.
need to know everything. Try to understand everything, but you need to know commercial voice acting. But yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge anime nerd. I'm a dork. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just being honest. Some people are like, I'm just gonna make buku bucks in Texas. I'm gonna be an anime voice actor all day. Like, okay, if you have a side job, totally. Yeah, you'll be totally cool. And there's some people that are just that's all they do. That's wonderful. And I'm not saying that's not possible. Clear, none, there can be that one in a million. Totally, 100% love it.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to be realistic. Just have a realistic understanding of the industry as a whole. It's a business, and anime does not pay well, but it's cool.
That's true. That's true. I actually like that you said that you gotta be careful about what you're putting out there for the image, because I don't know if you saw the video before I deleted it, because my folks were trying to protect me from what was going on. That video I was talking about how people were saying I was being egotistical about Friendrin was following me around or whatnot. Uh, it's I was a little bit furious, but I also was like, I was just trying to tell people, y'all try to listen to me before y'all start jumping to conclusions. So pretty much you gotta be careful about what you're putting out there on social media as well,
100%.
because
Yes.
people are going to see, because you can see what you've done, be like, oh, you did this before, and I was
Yes.
like, pretty much. So I had to delete that video because I got to protect my brand as well. But I just had to say something, because I wasn't gonna like be like, hey, like y'all, like why are y'all saying like I was being egotistical on this video when it's just me just doing a joke or whatnot, saying like, hey, this show is following me around. Why is it following me around? And then I get a message from this guy saying like, so for you to say that it follows you around, it kind of hurts me. How is that hurting you, man? It was a joke. Like, and it gets to a point where it's like, well, shoot, like I can't even post nothing, and people are gonna start or criticizing me. But I gotta learn that sometimes ignoring and this is the best response. Listen, sometimes I call out people for doing stupid stuff, but I might need to curtail it a little bit, because I'm getting like, shoot, ooh, like I'm getting some big people on the podcast, and I gotta make sure I maintain a professional image as well.
Oh, 100%. That's really all you got to do is just
Mm-hmm.
focus on you and yours and doing the best that you can to like you said, maintain that positive image and for your business, and don't interact with negative people. Um, but one of the biggest things is just like, exactly like you said, come in with this with a professional mindset and portray, just know that this is, just come in. This is a business. Imagine that you're going to work for a big corporate Fortune 500. Imagine what would you do? You'd walk in wearing a suit and you'd be dressed nice. You'd have your hair brought. You know what I mean? Like you would go in with your best foot forward and put on. Your chin would be held up high. You'd answer the phone politely. Put your best. This it's a business, and casting directors, agents, producers, everyone, they do look at your social media. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to like your posts. They're not going to follow you, but they're looking at you. They're checking out your stuff. And if they see something that they think they're like, that's going to be a bad look for us, they're not going to hire you for that job. They will look at your social media to make sure that you're not going to be a liability to them down the line.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want someone to be like, yeah, you hired so and so for this role and they said a slur, and they found it on their social media. And now it blows up against the company that hired them. And they, you know what I mean? So the companies will do their due diligence and look you up. No, they won't tell you that they did it. But I've talked to casting directors, agents, all these people. They have said these things in webinars and classes and whatnot I've gone to. They do look. Yes, they
Mm-hmm.
do. You don't think they do because they don't like your stuff or comment or message you. They're
They want
looking.
to monitor your stuff.
Yeah, like I said. So that's what I'm saying is this is a business. It's not personal, So to
Hmm.
them, they're like, if you're gonna portray yourself like that, I can't, put you on, put my business name on you if you're gonna come out there throwing middle fingers up, and all these other things.
Now
Like,
you can put the stuff in jeopardy.
yeah, exactly. So if you need to create your own personal, private, social stuff and lock that down, and then post your own stuff privately to people you trust, and then you can have your professional side.
Hmm.
Keep just create a whole separate account, create a whole separate life. If you need to, and to separate both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And ever since
that's
I
one of the
posted,
biggest things. Go ahead.
oh yeah, and ever since I posted that from video, I have more people who liked my video the last few days, because people were just coming at me for all the misunderstanding and negativity, and I got my more views on it now. Because
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
people understand. Listen, here's the thing. So I was gonna, Maori Road, that's gonna be at Galaxy Con as well this upcoming week. So the reason why I said it, because I think it's a coincidence that someone's telling me I need to watch the show. I met her last year at Superstar. I'm out to meet her this week at Galaxy Con. I managed to get this person named Danielle Galaxy on board to come talk to me as well. And she's close friends with Mallory. And then all of a sudden, I posted a clip from season one with Kelsey Cruz and saying, if you own a piece of merch, it's probably time to watch the show. I was like, yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think Framer is trying to tell me I need to watch the show.
Hmm.
So that's all it was. I don't know where I don't know where egotistical said for you to follow me kind of hurts me. I was like, okay, where is this coming from?
No, I mean, misunderstandings from people, you know?
Hmm.
Humans be humaning.
It exactly. Well, I'm leaving the post though because I actually liked it and more people are liking it, so I'm going to keep it up. So screw them.
As long as you think it's going to do more good than harm, yep, then go for it.
Trust me, it's positive. I'll send you stuff later, but it's actually a funny video. Like, why is this thing following me? I'm just minding my own business here, Rebecca. Why? Why did they tell me I need to watch the show? And then I get all these
Watch
strange
it.
coincidences.
Watch it. Watch the show. I don't know. It's just
Gosh, that's actually terrifying. And
yay.
so, um, well, let's go on to section three, which is characters and career. So now you voice Honey and Crush Crush, right?
Yeah, yes.
What was it like stepping into that character? What made her memorable for you?
So I love Honey. Honey was my first ever video game role. So that alone made her memorable for me. But stepping into the role of Honey was honestly like a fever dream because all of her dialogue is basically 90s pop culture references. And I grew up in that era. So it was a perfect match when I got the script from the company Sad Panda Studios. They would put little references to things. So if she said something like, if you want to be my lover, they would put in, this is a reference to a Spice Girl song. She'd put that in parentheses. And I'd be like, I don't need the references. I know those by heart because I grew up in that. So she, so Honey, like literally all she did is make 90s pop culture references, and I was like, I understand every single one of these because that's my era. Um, so that's aside from that, like she had the 90s outfits and the 80s like outfits as well. So just Honey was so cool. It was a perfect match for me to be able to get her as a character to be able to land that role for Honey. So
Now, what game console is it? Is it on Steam or?
it is on Steam. I know it's on Steam. I know there's a mobile version, but it's a little different because on the Steam you can get the not safe for work version, which has got it's a full blown game. And then on mobile it's edited because the Play Store and the App Store don't allow to have that kind of content in there. So you still get the story and all the dialogue and the voice acting and stuff, but you don't get the sexy stuff. Sorry. I don't know
Why
if I'm allowed to
else?
say any of that.
I'm trying to think. Why else so obsessed with Steam? Why? What Steam got that Xbox and the PlayStation don't?
Oh my gosh, like pretty much every single game that's not necessarily 100 that's exclusive. I can use an Xbox or controller, a PlayStation controller on my PC to play those games. And I can mod the games and I can change things around. I mean, it's just you just have a lot more capability with doing a PC for gaming. In my opinion, I'm a PC gamer. Obviously, I'm an IT nerd, so just
Okay,
just
fine,
yeah, just
fine.
I
Well, thing is, if we're on the subject of games, I think, yeah, Honey, I was like, I'll check it out now that I've spoken to you about it, because, man, I'm trying to well, I am trying to get into more PC games. Listen, I'm using a gaming laptop to speak to you, but also I barely play games on it because I was like, what's the point? I mean, like, come on. I mean, I only use it for work, but. Microsoft and Xbox, they do put the Xbox games that you can play online on the PC as well. So there's that.
yeah.
They just dropped, they're getting ready to release another new Gears of War game, Gears of War E-Day for Microsoft. I'm
Ooh,
ready to play that. And then also, guess what? I just pre-ordered the new Halo game. I won't be able to get that until after I come back from North Carolina.
I didn't realize there was another Halo game. Huh?
Yeah, there's another one.
Wow. Hmm.
I haven't played Halo since I was 10. How am I going to catch up to everybody?
Dude, yeah, no, that's wild. That's wild. So you've only played Halo 1, you didn't play 2? Did you play 3?
I think I played Halo 4.
Okay.
So I'm kind of behind.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, man. You got the great storylines, Halo and Gears of War. Great storylines.
Yeah, because with Gears of War EDA, it's all about brotherhood, loyalty, and sacrifice for Gears of War.
So excited, dude. Gears has got some of the best story out there. Seriously, for
I
games.
still want to meet John DiMaggio at some point because he's the voice of Marcus Phoenix from the games.
Yes, yes.
I don't know how long it takes, but some of these guys be in California, so it's kind of hard for them to come out to the East Coast.
Yeah, I know. It's not easy. And trust me, I get it. Us East Coast folks over there going all the way over there. It's a trip. So
Mm.
yeah.
Like, well, shoot, I will next year. I will save up money to go to California.
Oh,
So I'm
cool.
trying to listen. I just didn't plan anything out. Every time I do stuff, stuff be happening. Just got to do better with just, being aware and just putting schedules together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I live and breathe by my calendar. Like, if it's not on my calendar, I don't know about it. So, exactly, you said you got to be disciplined with it. I live and breathe in my calendar.
True. And like you said before, you haven't been to California once, right?
Only once. Yeah, I was for the Nava Gala. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So only once for gala. Man, you talking about the gala where you guys dress up, get in those dresses and celebrate those films and achievements, pretty much?
Well, this was for the National Associations of Voice Actors. So it's the Nava. Nava puts it on every year. It's a gala to honor people in the voice acting industry. Um, so it's just it's a big gala once a year for the voice. It just started. I think this is its fourth year, if I'm not mistaken. I think
Maybe I
it's its
should
fourth
try.
year.
Maybe I should try to go to more events like that. I could try to see what's going on. So be like, let's see what they got cooking up in here.
Well, I know the gala sells out like within 10 hours when the tickets go on sale, they sell out. Like, I only got in because I won a ticket to the gala. That's the only way I got in.
That or you got to get an invitation.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, you can get invited maybe. Yeah, maybe you can find someone cool in the industry, get an invite.
Well, I'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
But yes, but yeah, Honey Crunch Crush. Okay, that's a game I'll have to check out. Listen, when I talk to you guys and all the stuff your voice, y'all make me want to go check out some of the stuff y'all been in.
Well, yeah, enjoy. Honey is a late game character in Crush Crush, and it is a point and click game, so it's
Like
a
Telltale series.
kind of like that. Yeah, yeah. It's a point and click. It's fun. It's really cool. But yeah, Honey is a late game character, so you're not going to see her for quite some time. But yeah, you might enjoy the game anyways. So enjoy all of the voice acting in it, and the dialogue, the art. It's really cool.
Okay. All right, well, let's go on to the next one, which is Jean
Yeah.
Grey.
Whew.
Yep. Now, you portray iconic comic book characters like Jean Grey in audio dramas. Now, did that role come with any pressure, any added pressure, knowing how beloved the character is?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. So the voice actress that portrayed Jean Grey for that audio drama series, she did that role for 10 years. I mean, heck, I was listening to her performances prior to when I became a voice actress. So, aside from Jean Grey being a title character for the series as a whole, having to essentially voice match the original VA to ensure I was honoring the legacy, it definitely put some pressure on me. Yes. Yeah.
Well, hey, when you're voicing a character that is iconic, lots of responsibilities and pressures. Like shoot, like you have so many people who voice like many like very mainstream characters you see in like those shows, like TV shows, like take Batman for example. Lots of pressures from like DC Comics and everything. Make sure we get it right the first time. They just dropped a new trailer for the Batman the Nightfall trilogy. I can't wait to watch it because I read all the Nightfall comics.
Oh,
So I want to see all
cool.
about it. So I hope it's up to my expectations. See, that's me being excited. I hope it lives up to they make sure it lives up to my expectations. That's one example. And listen, I know voicing a male character it does not come with any like, ooh, yeah, doesn't come with any guarantees to make sure or it goes well. Sometimes we just have to sit back and just listen to see what they do.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was an honored thing that I got asked to help take on the role to pull in to be Gene to voice match Gene, and to be that character for that audio drama series. So I'm really big shout out to Carl Dutton at Scyther Productions for bringing me on board to do that. Big,
Hmm.
big fan of it. He's so cool.
Jean Grey. See, now you got me another person I need to go check out after I get off.
Oh yeah, yeah. The X-Men audio drama series is on it's
Yes.
on everything. It's so good, dude. And the same productions group called Scyther Audio Productions, so Scyther Productions, they did a Power Rangers one. That one is so cool, dude. I would listen to those two. I would get so excited when those episodes would come out. They'd be like another episodes of Power Rangers, the audio drama. I'd be like, oh my god, it's so cool. They're so good. It's so good. I'm in that one as well, and I'm not just saying it's good because I'm in it. I was listening to the series before I was in it, so they're both great series, and I'm saying that prior to me being in it, they were amazing. So
Dang,
just throwing
hey,
that out there.
hey, you know how the X-Men can be, Well, shoot, now I'm thinking about the new Avengers movie coming out later this Christmas. X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and the Avengers are doing a team up.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know
Th- th-
X-Men season 2 just came out. X-Men
Yeah, they did. They did
97.
came out with that one. I
Yeah.
actually interviewed a few X-Men 97 people already.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's so
Guy
cool.
Agostini and Isaiah Robertson Smith.
Oh, that's so neat. Oh, were you like fanboying yourself? You're like,
I was a little bit,
that's
I'm
cool.
trying to be more diverse of, I was like, eh. But after being able to talk to these guys, I was like, I need to pay more attention to the show. I be missing those Easter eggs.
I know there's lots of little things. I'm actually going back and rewatching all of X-Men 97 from episode 1 on to go bump into season 2 so I can flow into it just cuz it was so good anyways. It was so good.
Well, shoot, looks like we all got a lot of binge watching to do these next few
Mhm.
few months. So
Oh yes.
but yes, listen, any show I can try to. Sometimes I'll be pivoting to other shows I watched back then. I just started. I think you've heard this one before. I just started Beyblade again, the Metal Saga.
Oh wow, I haven't heard of Beyblade in a millennia, man. Probably since I was in middle school. That's
Yeah,
wild.
Beyblade Metal Fusion, Metal Masters, and Metal Fury. I'm on Metal Masters right now.
Oh, that's cool.
So after
That's
that, I'll be at Metal Fury.
cool.
Hmm.
I remember the toys versus the show. I know there was the anime show, but I remember mostly people I knew had the toys.
Yes. Trust me, you gotta go back and watch stuff. There's been like some epic furious battles. Lately I've been watching those shows and I watched Bakugan Battle Brawlers.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I
I
never
was
watched that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's trust me. Well, here's the thing. I've been watching some of the Bakugan in the Japanese East version. Cause I was like, there's a lot of stuff that was cut out from scenes that weren't featured in the US. And I was like, why did they cut this out? Like
I get it so
I'm
much.
furious, Rebecca. Like, why did y'all cut this out? Let me guess. Probably because of copyright, and there's probably some rated M stuff for kids aren't ready to see. Age appropriate stuff they're not ready to see yet. You know how
Potentially,
Japan,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you know
There could
how
be
Japan.
localization issues too. Sometimes, yeah, censorship issues for children, depending on what series, network it's going on. Yeah.
I heard after when they got halfway through season 3, which is Gundalian Invaders, where they did the battle gear and everything, they they stopped airing it in Japan because it wasn't as popular in Japan as it was in the US.
Huh. That's interesting.
And I was saying, why
Hmm.
did y'all stop? I want to see the full ending. Like, yeah, I don't understand why they did that.
Huh. That's really interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they air stuff, they have like very secretive reasons of why they stopped. Like shoot, like I understand like it wasn't doing as good, but y'all could have like kept going until the end when y'all got to Metanium Surge. But after that, they yeah just stopped airing in Japan because it wasn't that popular in Japan
Hmm.
from season 3 onward.
Yeah, I guess it just wasn't financially feasible for them to back it anymore. Hmm.
Yeah, so that's why I'm continuing to watch the Japanese version and stuff. I know because of copyright. Like, shoot, when I watched Dragon Ball Z, there was a lot of music and stuff that wasn't featured in the English version. I was like, see, this is why we need to keep watching the English, the Japanese version stuff, because there's a lot of stuff we miss out on. Because I was like, y'all, stop cutting this stuff out. Stop.
I agree. I agree. I'm a sub watcher through and through. So
And listen, it's not a competition. Listen, I watch
no,
both
no.
English and subtitles for understanding. But when it comes down to the music and the extra content they're cutting out, then I'm gonna have to pivot to Japanese for a while.
Yeah, sometimes it's like cultural jokes they'll try to that they don't translate, so they'll make up a whole new joke for the English version, and then it just doesn't land right. So you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of cultural stuff that we might not get being Americans. You know, some Americans understand stuff about Japanese culture, so you know maybe it could land, but I don't know. I don't know. I prefer watching it for Japan. Anything that's in an original language. If it's a German show, I'm gonna watch it in German with subtitles. You know, whatever it is, I'm gonna watch it in its original language with subtitles. That's
Exactly.
that's, that's how I'm gonna honor that. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. When I was watching the Bakugan Battle Bros Japanese version, there was one thing that caught my attention. Shun Kazami, he's one of the awesome main protagonists in the show. Shun's mother has an illness. In the English version, she passes out from the illness, but in the Japanese version, she dies from her illness.
Oh, oh,
I was
that's
like, why did y'all cut that out? I want to see what happened. Like, what happened
that's a
to his
very big
mother?
deal. Two different things.
Exactly. And when I watched the Japanese version, Rebecca, I did kind of cry a little bit in the Japanese version because
Oh,
I felt bad for Shun because he just lost his mother.
yeah.
So she wasn't feeling good. She had an illness for quite a while.
Hmm.
And and I think I understood the backstory of why Shun cut himself off from the rest of the world and had this little falling out with Dan because him being with his mother was the only thing that mattered to him. He just like
Yeah.
he just wanted to be with his mother.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's such a shame. Hey man, don't feel bad about crying about that when Dragon Ball Z used to air on TV on Cartoon Network when I was a kid. That
Hmm.
and sorry spoilers everybody. The episode where Vegeta died, dude, I cried my eyes out. I mean I'm a Vegeta stan, so dude, I was like bawling my eyes out. Like I held like my own funeral in my bedroom for him. I don't know why. I was like 12, but I was just like so devastated by Vegeta's death. So yeah.
Hmm.
You can laugh.
It's
It's okay.
it's
It's
okay.
okay.
It's
It's
okay.
okay. You
It's
can
okay.
laugh. It's
Listen,
funny.
listen. That's what makes the listen. Those kind of performances you see in the show. That's what makes the show more human. I understand, like no matter like if it's like fiction or not, there's still like human life stories being told. And and when I was watching that scene with Bakugan, Dan was telling the story of the Drago. He was like saying, so that's what happened. He vowed to never touch a single Bakugan ever again. That's a very
Hmm.
unfortunate story.
Yeah.
Mm.
Man, what a
So,
deep story for that show. Goodness.
y- yeah, sometimes, listen, when you're a kid, you don't understand much, but as a grown adult, you start to understand the story and the backstory. So, yeah, so for me, I understood why Shun wanted to just be alone by himself because he lost the one thing that matters to him the most,
Yeah.
and that was being with his mother as long as he could. So that's why he didn't see Dan at all. He didn't play Bakugan at all. He decided to just put the game off and just spend his time in isolation.
Hmm. Oh, that's a heavy, very very heavy burden to bear. That makes
Hmm.
sense. Yeah.
So I listen. I don't blame him. Sometimes in life we find ourselves at those crossroads where it's like, oh well, shoot, I don't know what's the point of all this, and he shut himself off and just had time to like really contemplate. And
Yeah.
that and those lessons that teach, spend as much time with the ones we care about the most because we don't know when we're leaving.
Absolutely. Yes, 100%. If there's any clip from this show, that'll be the
Mhm.
clip.
Yeah. And the other thing too is when he was battling Dan, he was trying to say, hey, he was like trying to cancel out battles on purpose. And then Dan was telling him, idiot. And opening the battlefield doesn't stop time, it slows it down. So even they
Hmm.
battle forever, she's gonna die anyway.
Right.
That's why
Oh.
he was saying like it only slows time down. It doesn't stop it.
Hmm.
So shouldn't have to accept the fact that his mother was gonna die. So they had to rush to
Yeah.
the hospital after they closed the field.
Jeez.
Mm,
Wow.
I know. Sorry to make it sentimental. I'll just point out some like comparisons between the English and
No, I know. It's okay.
it's got it. But yeah, going forward, if there's something that's cut out, I was like, wait, I'm getting the feeling this has been cut out. Let's go watch the Japanese version right quick. Listen, I'm
I
just
agree.
more aware of when I watch these shows now.
Yep, 100%. Mm-hmm.
Just saying. But you
I'm
get the
with you.
picture.
Yep.
Um Next up, now audio dramas rely almost entirely, yes they do, on vocal performance. Now, how does your acting approach change compared to animation or video games?
So, I find, personally, I find you have more freedom in acting in an audio drama because you're allowed to give more life noises to the character, to the performance, if you will. So they can grunt, they can sigh, they can hesitate more in an audio drama. With an animation or video games, you don't really have that wiggle room um, for human noises unless the script calls for it. So I approach audio dramas knowing I have a little bit more flexibility in my acting. I could take a little bit longer on a word. I can linger. As I said, we can add those human noises to it. So you can give a little bit more of, I guess it's a bit more akin to theater acting, if you will, to me, to
Hmm.
being able to just put more into it because there's a lot of rigidity behind like this is the video game line, you have to say this line as is. You can't add anything to it. Or with an anime or animation, depending on what kind it is, if you're dubbing, if it's pre-lit, any of that stuff, that are you voicing before they've drawn the characters and animated it, then you have more freedom to it. But if there's something on screen, you got to match those lip flaps. You don't have any creative, you still have a vocal performance, yes. You just don't have that creative freedom as you would in an audio drama. So that's kind of like how I approach it, knowing I've just got a little bit more freedom. That I'm not in that rigid box, if you will.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I am in a box, but
Mm. And listen, this other thing, yeah, you are in a box. Other thing I will say is this, like they tend to underestimate the voice acting part too, because you see so many Hollywood actors be on like, like screenplays, do amazing stunts and whatnot, but what they don't know is like, sometimes when y'all do like the audiobooks or any other TV shows, like it is an amazing performance because it's actually like you guys are there.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and listen, now some people may not understand it because they're more used to live action stuff. But to be honest, when I talked to one of the people at GameStop, this is why I used to sit to voice acting because I don't like the Hollywood stuff being on those cameras and whatnot. I'd rather just stick to doing like just the old fashioned way without any interruptions.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus, you get to be inside your own booth while you're doing the stuff.
I agree. Yeah, exactly. At least that's all I know, coming from starting right or after the pandemic started type thing. So I only know
Oh,
remote recording.
yes, definitely the pandemic. Because when they did that in 2020, they shut down every studio in
Yep.
California and Texas. Because most of y'all had to do. Say I'm about to geek out here. There's a lot of people right now who are doing like at home work. Like for you, you're doing like recording sessions at home. I've seen so many VAs set up their own voice and acting booths in their own house.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
So, because I was like, because here's the thing, technology's coming grand these days. And it's like we get to the point like where it's like, well, what's the point of going out when we got our own studio here in our own house?
Yeah. And I agree. That's why we're trying to push for a remote recording. I understand they have to argue for the rent space. That if everyone records in the same equipment, it all is going to sound similar in production, which totally makes sense. I get that. But within this day and age, you can certify someone's home studio and the sound could sound just the same thing as if I go to someone's studio in Miami. So, it's just maybe we'll get there one day to where remote recording will just be a norm.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like if they need to call you into the studio saying, "Hey, we need you in the studio for this day so we can do this in person together," then sure, sure, go ahead and do that. If they need you for that, that's sure. And then if they don't, like until the next time, like sure, as long as we're like, well, shoot, if we don't have anywhere else to go, let's just do the stuff in our own house. Like shoot, I'm doing like a lot of more at home work lately as far as like Twitch, you guys on here. It's pretty much I ain't got to go nowhere. Like here's the thing, like, listen, I don't even have like my own, this is pretty much my office. I don't have like a professional podcast studio yet because there's a lot of money. And plus I have to invite y'all to come and see me, which is a lot, which is more money paid. I was like, I don't want to do that to y'all. Like, why do that when we could just talk online? Like, shoot. Let's like hey like who's gonna have to have the money to come this way anyway?
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I would have to be like, there would have to be some sort of discussion about funds for that, like who's going to do that. So exactly. Yeah, no, I
It,
agree. It makes it a lot more accessible for people with the remote
it's
recording.
Exactly. Zoom calls, recording stuff. See, I ain't got to move a muscle. I just got to just get hop online, and pretty much I know we're like far away and whatnot, because well I'm in Georgia, you're in Florida, so it's kind of
Yeah.
really not that far away. But people in like listen, I've even interviewed people in other countries, London, Japan. I just interviewed a person in the UK like last year, almost a year ago, and I
Isn't that
just
amazing?
yeah, and I just interviewed a person who's been living in Japan for quite a while last month for Pride Month.
That's so cool. Yeah, do you
Yes.
know Chloe Elmore, the voice
No,
actress?
no, I don't.
So she is from New Zealand. She's you she so she's a gem. She's a goddess. She's so sweet. So if you want to look her up sometime, Chloe, Chloe, and her last name is Elmore, Elmore. She is the sweetest angel there is, and she lives in New Zealand. She's a Kiwi. She's got a killer American accent. She comes over here all the time, but she does that where I'll be in classes or things, and she's over there, or however many 12, 13, 14 hours difference. And you know what I mean? Like, so she's doing her thing. She's in New Zealand. I'm here in Florida. Like, what? Like, we're literally talking to each other in real time. It's so cool to be able to do that. It's so neat. But yeah, Chloe's really, really sweet. Really sweet.
I
Voice
just I
actress, really smart.
Yeah, I just pulled her up. Oh, she's done
Yeah.
a lot of stuff for
Yeah,
Fortnite,
she
Sony.
has. Oh, she's done so much. She's so cool. She's so sweet.
Oh
Yeah.
man, now I want to bring her on.
You have to tell her that I mentioned her. She'd
If I
love that.
can,
She
thing is, if I can find her stuff later, because I think like she's represented by Atlas Talent or something. She's
Yeah,
not showing
she's
me
on
any like.
Instagram. You can add her, find add her and whatnot, and go for it. And she loves this
Okay,
community, so I'm sure she would love to. I'm sure she would
okay,
love to be a part of that. Yeah,
okay. We'll talk about it after we finish. I might need some help later,
yeah,
but anyway, but let's finish with you. We're here for you today.
yeah, yeah.
There you go. Um, so let's go on to the next section. So it's gonna be behind the booth. Now I'm gonna make this like one question, and then we'll go into a two-part question, okay?
Okay.
Now, you've also worked behind the scenes in casting. Now, has seeing both sides of the industry changed the way you approach auditions?
Yes. Yes. So knowing that I need to make a solid impression within the first 4 seconds has me choosing the more interesting take to lead with when submitting auditions, if they ask for two takes in the auditions. So I'll record my both and I'll listen and I'm like, the one that sounds like it's got a little bit more interestingness to it, a little bit more zhuzh, if you will, I'll throw that in front because you pretty much only have up to 5, maybe 7 seconds. They're only going to listen to the first 7 seconds of your audition. So you got to try to catch them, which can be difficult because if the content that you have, they're like, hey, we need you to read for this monotone goth girl. How,
Mm.
okay, so, you know, how much can I catch your attention as a monotone goth girl? You know what I mean? So that's what really, that's one of the big things that helped me change how I approach auditions is to make sure I'm absolutely putting my best foot trying to catch their attention without making it sound like I'm trying to catch their attention, if you will. Just putting the more interesting take first.
Wait, sorry, I was on
Oh, it's okay.
mute. You're right. So yeah, because I know when you so we're trying to say I'm trying to make sure I got it. So yeah, so when you do certain things like playing a certain guy, we need you to play this certain character where it's like I'm so dark and edgy, edgelords, pretty much is kind of something like that. Because I know with seeing like casting, because I know you also work with a few casting directors to see who's like eligible for this sort of role as well. Because I know when y'all do certain projects, we need to make sure we understand the director's vision and know which specific voice actor we need to bring on. Pretty much. I said this 1,000 times. Like, we need a specific voice actor to make this dream a reality.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'll know it when you hear it.
If,
Usually it's what it is. Yeah.
and listen, now it may take a few months or days. Well, actually, no, the deadlines, of course. It may take a few hours for y'all to like figure out who would be perfect for that part, but at least you get the check. See, okay, and I see how they do stuff behind the scenes with the whole casting coaching thing. Pretty much, a certain fun stuff to be told, but it's kind of like a very long process for you.
Yeah.
Uh, what was that? I think you cut out a second.
Oh, I said yes. It's very interesting to see the other side of the glass, if you will, what's happening on the other side of the glass. Because, when we're stuck on one side of the glass in the booth versus now to be on the other side with the engineers, the directors, all that. So it's interesting to see what it looks like from the other side. Because I've only been, before I was only on the acting side. I had not been on the other side. Now I'm like, oh, okay, now I get, like, I can hear,
Hmm.
now I know what they're looking at. And I don't know what they're looking for, but now I understand that what they have to go through in order to get to find what they're looking for. Yeah.
Again, you gotta be a person of many talents. You gotta observe.
Yes. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta adapt when you get into different. Like if you're doing like voice acting, then you're doing casting on behind the scenes. Yeah, you have to adapt to different areas of environment.
Yeah, and you never know. You might get into voice acting and then you find out later that you really love casting, that you want to be a casting director or you want to be an agent or you know what I mean? Like you never know. You could get into this and find what you want is something completely different in the business. And that's cool. So it can help branch you off into a different part of the business. So which is great because then you already have an understanding of where the actors come from when you go into a different part. So it's kind of cool.
Sweet. Oh shit, wow. Man, one of these days I wish I can check it out or something, but I think some of the studios have like cut off like tours because sometimes fans can be a little bit, excited to see the VAs and whatnot. But I want to check it out so I can see how y'all do things.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
for sure.
so is that. Let's go on to the next one. This is gonna be a two-part question, okay? Now, every creative career has setbacks. Was there ever a moment where you questioned continuing, and what helps you keep moving forward? And part two is, what accomplishment are you most proud of so far? Not necessarily the biggest project, but the one that means the most to you personally.
Okay. So is there ever a moment that I question continuing? Yes. And I know I'm not alone. And so it's not taboo for me to say that. But it happens, I want to say, biannually, maybe even quarterly, I swear. I'll go through periods of auditioning every single day, multiple auditions every day, but not booking a thing for a month or two. And then I wonder, am I making the right decision to put this effort in daily when I'm not seeing a return? And is there something wrong with me? Did I say something wrong online? Is there something wrong with my tech? So stuff like that. And then, what keeps me moving forward is the community. The voiceover community it's one of the most welcoming, the most kindest, the most welcoming, the kindest, the most generous I've ever had the chance to be a part of. And I know I'm not alone, even though I'd say that when you're running this business, you're on your own. You do have a community around you, yes. And seeing and talking to others, knowing that I'm not the only one struggling. I'm the only one going through these dry spells, or seeing someone else's wins or how I could help them win. That's really what keeps me here is being a part of this community. It's unlike anything else. Seriously. I mean, booking helps. You're like, okay, yeah, totally where I'm meant to be. But everybody has the imposter syndrome. I know Yuri Lowenthal, and I'm sure you know Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh
He
yes, I
says he
do.
has, yes, he says he has imposter syndrome all the time. And he's Yuri Lowenthal. And so to know that he has it makes me feel so much better about myself. That everyone questions. I mean, we're all just little kids in adult bodies with, more knowledge behind us, more knowledge and experience. So we're all still looking for that
Well,
for
there's
that
also there's
validation.
also another thing too. Not only that, you guys are also stuck with this very powerful question, the question that y'all never even think about, but sometimes other people we kind of bring it up to y'all in discussion. What's the point of all this?
Like living or voice acting.
In general, like that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the point of whatever career you're doing? Like, sometimes y'all be asked that powerful question. What's the point of all this?
um Honestly, to I feel that we're here experiencing this life through a vessel, and you're given this vessel, this body, to have these experiences. And it's I guess the point is to enjoy, to have fun, because you know what I mean. What else point could there be? Don't
Hmm.
be selfish. I mean, don't to say enjoy is not. be kind, to give others back, to help others, to see others succeed, to see others smile, to help, lift others. Really. What's the point of it? Just to experience it. I really don't know. It's such a loaded question. I could change that answer tomorrow, too. So I'll say
It's
something different
okay.
tomorrow,
Yeah, sometimes I get stuck with that question too. Well, I don't know what exactly I want. I'm just trying to make sure I'm being successful right now.
Yeah. I just, yeah. Yeah. I just want to help. Yeah. I just want to make sure that whatever I'm giving, that whatever I'm doing, I'm kind of giving back in a way. I'm not trying to just
Exactly.
take. Yeah.
Yeah. Are those cat earrings I see right there?
They are. Yeah. I got them at this little cat rescue place when I was up in Tennessee.
Well, they look good on you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, hey, you got a cat. You might as well be a cat person and have cat
I
earrings.
know. Yep. And I do. I used to wear cat ears in high school all the time. I wore cat ears every single day to school. Every single day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to add on an extra question before we go into the finale. Oh, I was gonna wonder, like, since some of you guys are voice actors in Florida, do you actually work with other studios online like Crunchyroll, or not really? You just I don't know. I don't know how it works because I know sometimes people can't afford to go to like Texas and California.
So, there are some studios that will work with talent remotely. I don't believe Crunchyroll is one of them. From what I
Hmm.
understand, Crunchyroll wants all their talent to be in studio in Texas.
And
So,
California.
yeah, or California. I know Amazon has their own anime section as well. So
Hmm.
yeah, they want you to be in studio for that. Yeah,
Hmm.
I know there's some smaller anime studios that will work with you remotely, but it's not a big. Unfortunately, they don't. It doesn't happen. It's rare. If it's a big AAA thing, they usually want you in studio in there.
Okay,
You know,
I understand
yeah.
now. I understand now. I was kind of curious. I was like, they gotta be working remotely, right? I mean,
Oh, we are. Yeah.
Rebecca, Manatee Johnson. They all got to, they gotta be working remotely. I figured Crunchyroll wouldn't allow working remotely because they want to see you in person too.
Yeah, they're very strict about that. I haven't had the opportunity yet to work with them, but maybe one day. That'd be really cool.
Oh, boo. Yeah. Ah, well, it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it.
No, no.
No. But hey, well, how about this? Are you happy with where you're at right now?
I'm enjoying the journey. Yes, and I'm
Then
excited
that's what
to see where it
matters.
goes.
Then
Yes,
that's what matters.
I agree.
So, all right. Well, we're at the finale here. So,
Okay.
let's go ahead and celebrate this with a bang, okay? So,
Yes.
as your career continues to grow, are there any dream franchises, games, or anime that you'd love to be a part of one day?
Definitely. The first thing that comes to mind is Star Trek. So, I mean, I'll be anything in Star Trek. I'll be an ensign that just says "Captain over there" and it gets shot. That's it. I'll be happy. Just let me be in Star Trek. I love Star Trek. Aside from that, I'm a Nintendo kid, so anything from their IP would be really cool, especially Pokemon. Um, but that's like the only two things that come to mind when I think about like a dream franchise or anything, like is Pokemon and Star Trek. Oh, yeah, exactly. Or Nintendo in general. Yeah. I love that. I love that Switch too.
To
So cool.
see, yeah, yeah. So Nintendo. So pretty much, are you a Mario person too?
I do like Mario. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I grew up on Nintendo. I had the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System growing up that I started with, and so
Hey, don't say that. I wasn't born in the 90s. I was born in 2000s. So I grew up with the Game Boy Advance.
Okay. It's
So
cool.
Game Boy.
I'm feeling really old right now, so it's fine. It's
But
fine. I'm just
don't
kidding.
say that. You listen. You still look good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Don't do that to yourself, Rebecca.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. You're like, I was born in the 2000s. I'm like, oh, my back. Oh,
Oh
suddenly,
boy.
suddenly.
Yeah. See, I've been playing a lot of Mario games like Mario Kart World and whatnot.
Oh, neat. Oh, cool.
So yeah, I got a lot of games here. So
Yeah,
I
you
need to
do.
go back and play Star Fox because I was like, I didn't get to the true final ending. I need to get back to that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will eventually though. So, but yeah. So pretty much any like video games and Star Trek, pretty much you want to be like and like in outer space kind of thing too.
That would be cool. I mean, it's difficult to say, having a dream role or project. So, it's just like someone's like, if there was a TV series or show or anything out there that, I'm a Star Trek nerd, huge anime nerd through and through, Ghibli nerd. You know what I mean? There's so many things it would be an honor to be a part
There's
of, but
nothing.
I'm
There's
just,
nothing wrong with
yeah.
that. Well, listen, Rebecca, keep doing it. You're in a good place. Keep going to those events. I heard Maina went to Anime Expo earlier this month. She went to Anime Expo because
Oh,
they got
cool.
because she was in that what's that company she was in, Ocean Vale. That's what she
Ocean
was
Vale,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, Ocean Vale, where they do all the not safe for work stuff and everything,
Yeah.
hentai, everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just saying, like, if you can get into like more of those like those opportunities and like programs or panels they have in like those big places in California, Texas, or even Georgia. Listen, Atlanta, Georgia. It may be a small place, but it's a Atlanta has a huge media hub.
Yes, oh, yeah. I remember when The Walking Dead first started there. Phew, huge. Huge.
There you go. So yeah, keep looking for those opportunities.
Thank you. I will. That's my goal.
Um, Next, if someone listens today dreams of becoming a voice actor but doesn't know where to begin, what advice would you give them?
So, and I'm serious when I say this. This is what I say to people when they say that to me for the first time in real life, or they message me on Instagram. I want to be a voice actor. I don't know where to start. Visit D. Bradley Baker's website. It is iwanttobeavoiceactor.com. Yes, that is the full URL. iwanttobeavoiceactor.com. And absorb every single little thing that you see on their page. It is an incredible starting point with a plethora of information. And after you've viewed every single page in the drop down, you've went through all of it, see if that's something you're still interested in doing. Because some people, as you and I just mentioned, a while ago, they see an anime, they're like, I want to do anime voice acting. And then they like, I'm just going to put a profile out there and people will come to me. There's a lot more to it than just microphone and plugging in a computer and going. So scour iwanttobeavoiceactor.com and just read that front to back, cover to cover, if you will. And that's a great place to start. That is the starting point, I would say.
Hey, you heard her. Go check it out. So, up next, now 5 years from now, which would have to be, in the early 2030s, what do you hope people will say about Rebecca Olivia Hodges, not just a performer, but as a person?
I hope that people will say Rebecca is kind, that Rebecca is welcoming and helpful. She's funny, that she genuinely wants to help and see others succeed in their creative endeavors. That's what I want. I want people to look fondly upon me in 5 years as a human being, just to say that, yeah, she helped me out, or she cheered me on, or, you know, she's been nothing but nice to me. Something like that. I think I just want to be looked upon positively and fondly in 5 years.
Exactly. Just we just listen. As long as we can inspire someone on, to be a better version of himself, that's what matters too.
Yes, that's exactly it. I want to help people inspire them to be the best version of themselves. Yes.
Exactly. And lastly, finally, here on the conversation, we always like to end on a reflective note. When your career is all said and done, what legacy do you hope you've left for future performers and fans alike?
One of positivity and love. That's what I've hoped I've left behind. A legacy of positivity and love. Really.
There you go. Positives and love, that's all we want.
I mean, because I don't know what the future's going to hold for me in 5 years. I mean, tomorrow I could land a huge job and be, making so much money and I'm flying all, you never know. 5 years, I could be dead. I don't know. But I want to help others. And that's what I'm here to do, is to be positive and helpful and to show how much love this world has, and how creative people, we can come together and share the love, brighten the world. We just need love. That's all we need, right? Isn't
Yes, of
that right, John
course.
Lennon? All we need is love.
There you go. I think that kind of wraps up everything, and we did some good time too. So, did you
Yes,
enjoy our
thank you.
discussion today?
I did. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for facilitating this and reaching out to me and making this happen. Seriously.
Again, like I said, I don't care what you are. I'm trying to interview anybody I come across.
That's so cool. That's neat. And I love that you're a storyteller in your own right. And I love that. It's so cool.
Mhm. Yeah, sometimes, I try to maintain the positivity. I do be pessimistic when I'm not sure of something. And one person saying, don't be pessimistic. Give yourself more credit. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're doing an amazing
exactly.
job.
You are. You really are. So
Hmm.
give yourself that pat on the back. You deserve it. Here, we'll do it together. Give it, give it. There you go. Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, thanks, Rebecca.
No, thank you. I loved this. This is amazing. And I hope you enjoy your upcoming trip.
Thanks.
Thank you. So, I'll be looking forward to seeing this soon and talking to you again soon, I guess, right?
Yep.